There was a time in your life where you weren't achieving your dream or striving on that path to your passion. Can you talk about that?
Even with all that self-doubt that I have, and I'm my biggest critic, and I tend to beat myself up a lot, I don't think I've ever been dissuaded from this notion that I can get where I need to be.
You have to have a willingness to put yourself out there, to fail and learn from your failures, because that's where wisdom ultimately comes from.
I think everything that you go through in life prepares you for anything that you face. I never regret anything that happens in the past, even the difficult moments, because everything you go through in life makes you who you are.
How do you keep your head up during tough times? When you lose everything, you basically have to start completely over.
I believe we're here for a reason. I believe that life is happening for a reason. I believe that all of this is a grand design.
It's a great thing when you have an opportunity to start over again and really give yourself a chance to do something different and something that you're really, really committed to do. And this is like your passion.
No careers, no lives go straight up. You get knocked off your horse. I'm sure it's happened to you. It's happened to me a number of times. You get knocked off your horse.
You blew the top off of a factory.
Blew it to pieces.
Right.
And that could have been the end.
That could have been the end. But I was fortunate to be surrounded by good people who supported me. I got myself back on the, we always call it the mirror test. Go look at yourself in the mirror, get yourself up for it, and move on to the next challenge.
You've inspired so many people. Who inspires you?
My daughter's teacher.
My grandmother.
Inspiration in life would be my dad.
I think I get inspired a lot by the fans and by fans' reaction.
My friend, that was my mother.
I am absolutely a 50-50 product of my mom and dad.
So where do you think strength comes from?
I think strength is a decision.
Enlightenment is what comes from a steady gaze on a standard of excellence.
My dad, he suffered from a stroke, a couple years ago. I actually lost my older brother 2 years ago, and that has given me the drive.
I had an uncle tell me when I was very young. He said, son, if you can live through life and you can count your true friends on one hand, if you've got 5 true friends at the end of your life, you're very blessed.
So many people are afraid to even think about taking the risk. What do you think you could offer them that would help them along the path?
Fear is the unknown, not knowing what you're getting into. Courage, going and dealing with the unknown.
When I was a young man painting, I could tell you in advance what I was going to paint. The greatest thing that happens to me now is I don't want to know what I'm going to paint.
I'm a very passionate person, so it doesn't matter whether I'm collecting shells on a beach. I'll be there on my hands and knees looking at every grain of sand. I think it's my nature to be passionate and take things to their most extreme.
How'd you keep going? How important is it that we listen to our inner child? How do people define their own values? Define passion.